Hello, and welcome to my 5-day mini course on developing your intuition and working with the non-physical universe. Over the next 5 days, we are going to be exploring your intuitive style, your connection to your guides, and your energy system so that you can control mastery over it. I hope that you enjoy the videos as much as I did making them. Hi, everybody. Today is a very fun day because this is the day that we get to meet our guides. Now, the first thing that I would like you to do, if you have not already watched my video on figuring out your intuitive style, I would suggest you go back over there so that you know what your major intuitive style is. It will help you in this exercise. Now, if you've already watched that and you already have a sense of which intuitive style is your primary, that's going to give you a head start on this. Now, meeting guides is a funny thing because in a lot of spiritual groups, I see people talking about talking to their guides and meeting Saint Michael and meeting sparkly unicorns and so on. And I also see a lot of other people who are very disappointed and they don't understand why they can't see what other people see. So first of all, know that the way that you interpret energy is completely unique to you. There's nobody else who's going to do it exactly the same. So people can give you tools and they can give you ideas, but you've got to be in a state of surrender where you are inquiring, you're in an inquisitive mode, rather than trying to force yourself to see things the way that other people see them. So that's extremely important. And also know that everybody can work with guides. It's not just the people who are very clairvoyant and can see things very easily. But I'm going to give you a process to use that will make it easier for you to be able to experience them in a full, rich way. So when we do this process, I am going to put you into a place where the guides are. And what you're going to do is to just kind of wait and see if you can feel an energy coming towards you. Now, what will happen is that you will most likely not be able to see it super clearly. I mean, sometimes it just pops into view for people, and that's really cool. I know that with me being claircognizant and clairsentient, I didn't really expect to see much of anything, but I was really surprised very early on to be able to see pretty clearly. And what I realized is that I was using this process, which I'm now going to describe to you, in order to kind of encourage the vision to solidify. So what I do is when I feel that energy coming toward me, or I hear it, or I sense it, I begin to ask questions. So the first one would be, how big is this? And you can kind of get a sense, you can kind of feel around it. Then you can start asking more detailed questions. Are you a human or an animal? Okay, you're an animal. What color are you? And you'll get an answer, or perhaps you'll see a color. It's brown. Okay. What animals are brown and large? Well, I guess it could be a bear. And sure enough, my bear will pop into view. Now, I've had funny situations where I thought it was a bear, but then I noticed that there was a paddle tail, and it turned out to be a beaver. So sometimes you can look for clues like this if it doesn't feel quite right, the answer that you have gotten. So with all that said, I am going to take you through this meditation, and it's going to be very fun, I guarantee you, and I would love to hear your experiences with it. So let's get started here. Go ahead and close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths all the way down into your belly. And feel your feet on the ground and your seat on the chair. And now I'm going to invite you to imagine that you are in a place in nature. Now, it could be anywhere. It could be on the beach. It could be in the mountains, in the forest, just about anywhere. All that matters is that you're there, and it is absolutely perfect. And as you stand, you can just gently look around, and you will notice that there is a staircase stretching up into the sky. Now, it seems a really funny thing to have a staircase in the middle of nature, but somehow it looks absolutely as if it belongs there. And as you begin to move toward that staircase, there's an inexplicable feeling of joy that comes up in your heart. And you see that there are 20 stairs leading up. And as you glance to the top, you can't quite see the top, but you feel an enormous sense of love. And all you want to do is to walk up those stairs and experience that love. And so you put your first foot on the stair, and that stair is deep ruby red. And as you step onto it, you feel a deep connection, a deep sense of belonging, that things are exactly right, just as they are. Stepping onto the second step, which is orange, you feel a surge of creativity and of hope for the future. The third step is yellow. And as you step onto it, you feel so very confident, so very brave. The fourth step is green. And as you step onto this, you begin to hear celestial voices coming from the top of the stairs, and your heart swells. And you suddenly feel deep sense of love. The next step is a beautiful sky blue. And as you step onto it, you feel that you want to proclaim your love everywhere. The sixth step is a deep cobalt blue. And as you step onto it, you are aware of all kinds of things that you didn't see before. You see details on the stairs. You feel new energies coming through. The next step is a crystalline white. And as you step onto it, you feel a deep connection with Creator. And you feel so held and so loved. And so you continue up the stairs, which are all this beautiful crystalline white. 8, 9, 10, 11. As you step onto the stair, the celestial voices become louder, and the sense of love from the top of the stairs is palpable. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. As you step onto this stair, you see with only a few steps to go that there's a landing. And on that landing is a door. And as you see the door, you know that your guide is waiting for you on the other side. 17, 18, 19, 20. As you step onto this step, you see the door in front of you. Now, this door can be any shape, any size, any material. This is your door. And as you reach your hand out to open the handle, you are again washed over with an incredible sense of joy, which expands as you open the door slowly. And you're enveloped in a bright white light. Stepping through the door, you see that you are in a space. It may be clouds, it may be a room, you may be out in space. It doesn't make any difference. This is your space to meet guides. And as you stand here, you feel an enormous energy, an enormous love coming from many, many beings. But soon, one begins to distinguish itself from the group and step towards you. And now, just allow this to unfold, and you will have several minutes to speak to your guide and to communicate exactly what you would like to them. And don't be afraid to ask questions. They are delighted to answer any of them. Now it's time to say goodbye. And at this time, you feel a certain sadness, but your guide assures you that anytime you can come to this place and you can talk to them again. And they look into your eyes and ask you to come back soon and often. And now, if you would like to give your guide a gift, it might be a feather, it might be a crystal, a rock, a seashell, could be anything. And perhaps they have a gift for you as well. And as you receive this beautiful farewell, you take one last look around this beautiful room, one last look at your guide, and you can hug them if you'd like to, you can shake hands, whatever feels right to you. But now it's time to go. And you turn back to your door. You step through the door and you see the staircase leading down. And while you feel a little sad, you're also filled with joy because you know that now your guide is with you and will stay with you through whatever comes up. And so going back down the stairs, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now you're back at the bottom. And as you glance back up at the stairs, you are filled with happiness that this place is always here for you. And now it's time to step back in to 3D reality. Take a couple of deep breaths. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right. So I hope that you were able to meet and talk with your guides. I've had many experiences where people have said that their guides didn't have quite enough time to talk to them. And so what I would suggest that you do is go ahead and, if you need to, listen to this recording again, and then you can just stop it and listen to whatever meditation music or whatever you like to, and just allow your guides to talk as much as they want to. They are always here for you. And that's the reason that they're around. They are helper energies, and they're here to help you along your soul path. And you are never, ever alone with them. So let me know how you like this experience. I would love to hear from you. And tomorrow, what we're going to be doing is my heart frequency meditation, which is my #1 favorite because it has so changed my entire state of being and my default mode from anxiety to a sense of peace. So I hope you join us for that. If you would like to dive deeper, my Wolfe Pack, my private group, is open until Monday, June 11th, 2018. I'm closing the doors on that day because I will be doing a very deep dive with my members, and we're going to be exploring all of these topics in very great detail. We will do shamanic journeying, we will do other kinds of work with guides, We will do energetic processes, and it is going to be absolutely epic. But it needs to be a closed space, which is private and which feels very safe. And so that's the reason that I'm closing the doors. I would love to have you in the lair. I hope that you join us. But tomorrow, go ahead and listen to my meditation. And I do have a special surprise that I am planning for this weekend. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Much love, guys. Thank you for watching. This series is recorded, and it's part of an exploration into the non-physical universe, which we take in a deep dive in my Wolfe Pack. The doors to the Wolfe Pack will be closing on June 11th, 2018, and I hope to see you in the lair.